Welcome, stars. Welcome to Allastrology. My name is G, and we are going to take a peek at the full moon for April. But before we get there, we are going to talk about the current energies. We have the month of April. We had a beautiful, beautiful new moon on April 11th. Hopefully, you got in on the new moon ceremony where we create prayer ties for each and every star that wants to be part of the other stars. We create prayer ties. We have a native ceremony, and it's free. It's nothing more than Allastrology's way of creating community, of showing unity in the community, whether you are digital, whether you are, face to face, although we can't do that part right now, but creating community and unity and a oneness, right? A oneness that says, doesn't matter how far away you are, doesn't matter what your religion, doesn't matter what your culture is, doesn't matter what color of your skin. We are all one. Amp up the compassion, amp up the kindness, amp up the understanding. Open the doorways to new communications, new ways of thinking and speaking, new ways of being. April 12th. This is the day after the new moon. And so I just want to point out something here. This little green guy here, right? This is an asteroid. It's called Chiron. Chiron is in Aries. Chiron is wounded, all right? And so it's in the sign of Aries. Aries is more about our bodies, right? Well, Chiron does represent wounds trauma that we basically experienced a long time ago in our life, usually from childhood. By the way, we have Saturday Night Lives, starry Saturday Night Lives, in the Star Room every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Central Time. We talked about the Aries energy because we had a new moon, right? Our most recent new moon yesterday was in the sign of Aries at 22 degrees. So you see a day later, you see the sun is at 23 degrees a day later, okay? Because the sun moves 1 degree a day. And the moon was matching it at that time. But now the moon has already moved on to Taurus. 0 degrees of Taurus, the moon. Chiron, wounds about my body, wounds that I received a long time ago. For some, this is when they were in their childhood. For some, this is past lives. This is ancestral. This is ancestral wounds, the oldest, okay? The oldest race humanoids that we can acknowledge and recognize thus far. What is that for us, right? The oldest bones, our genealogy goes back to Africa. So regardless of the color of your flesh right now, your ancestors are Africa. That is your mother country. So this wound is so big. It's such a huge deal, especially in terms of the United States chart. This is all about the wounds, about my appearance. And now, wound and children, right? The sign of Aries is the child of the zodiac. I do like to point out all the different perspectives. It's part of reality. And that is the nodes being in Gemini. It is about changing your opinions and the way that you think about something. The nodes are in Gemini. The north node, I should say, is in Gemini. The south node is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius represents what I believe. It's your faith. It's your religion. Your philosophy in life. It's your freedoms, your ability to seek, to travel long distances, to go on a journey, to discover. This is local. This is my neighborhood, my community, where I live. This is people who are around you day-to-day world, your life, your siblings, your coworkers. This is Gemini energy. This is the way you talk and you think and you speak and you relate. And so this is evolving. When the nodes got here, it started at 29 degrees of Gemini. The nodes move backwards. And now we are at 11:37. North node, 11 degrees, 37 minutes. South node, 11 degrees, 37 minutes. Yes, they're always going to be exact because they run along the same axis. Thinking, speaking, communicating, being flexible. This is important. Being flexible. This too is about be flexible. These are mutable energies. Sagittarius is mutable fire. So be flexible in your beliefs. Be flexible in your ability to journey and to travel. For those of you who need to get in the airplane and fly, right? You've had to force yourself to. Maybe you've been getting behind the wheel of the car instead and going on long road trips because it's just a safer, easier thing to do right now during a pandemic. Gemini is more about we're just going to stay where I live in my town. Go to the flea market, go to the farmer's market. That's Gemini. Go talk to my neighbors, right? That is Gemini. Have lunch in the neighborhood. This is a local energy, mutable air. So your thinking has to stay flexible. You have to be able to have talks and have open communication with folks that don't believe in the same things that you believe. That is what we are being asked to do. We are being asked to consider another individual's perspective, to put our foot in their shoe and walk around in those for a little bit. That's what we're being asked to do.